We're doing 6-7 knots with 10-11 knots of wind. How's your watch?
Tiring.
We're doing emergency surgery undersea. We'll see what happens.
So this is what happened. This snapped. And I think I heard, I was inside the cabin, and I think I heard Will say, wow, it's rocky.
Well, now the mainsail's in.
There's a thing about sailing that's real simple. Just raise the sails, and if you have enough wind at the right angle, you will move forward. There's not much more to it. The issue is, once you factor all of these little variables, like where do you want to go, where the wind is coming from, and how strong the gust is, things can get a little complicated.
So if all goes well, this will probably be our first time where we actually can get the Maine and the Genoa out within 5 or 10 minutes of leaving the marina, which is terribly exciting for us.
For the first 12 months of friendship, we were in the Mediterranean, which meant one thing, either no wind or too much wind. And once you get the wind you want, it will shift in 30 minutes. It's not ideal, but that's the price you pay to be in one of the most coveted cruising grounds in the world. With the trade winds flowing, our trajectory is easy as we head to the Caribbean, and there is no smoother sailing than downwind sailing, which for a 3-week passage, you cannot ask for anything more. Join us as we test our downwind sailing setup and learn how to use our new spinnaker pole to make life more comfortable on the seas. Thank you so much to our patrons whose support make these episodes possible.
What are we doing now, Dad? We're burning up the spinnaker. It's about time we get it done. We can get it done right.
Now, the spinnaker is the one sail that is perfect for downwind sailing. It's huge and can make a little amount of wind go a very long way. But unfortunately, us and our spinnaker have let's say a fickle relationship.
Right now, we're going to put the spinnaker up, which is this lovely, beautiful thing. We haven't seen it yet. We've only seen pictures of it, so I'm super excited to see how it looks with all blown out with the wind in it, because apparently they're beautiful.
The first time we tried to get our spinnaker up was in the marina 10 months ago. That worked okay.
You know what it feels like? In elementary school, Will, did you ever do the parachute and then climb under it?
But when we tried it the next day on the water, it refused to get out of its sock.
It's obviously twisting somewhere.
We then decided to buy a new sock to solve the problem of our bashful spinnaker.
Woo! Look at her!
Look how easy it goes up.
Oh, she's beautiful. I hope we use it for 3 weeks straight.
The next time we tried the spinnaker was on our way to the Canaries from Lagos, and we had a malfunction of our halyard and our spinnaker landed in the water.
So this is what happened. Our spinnaker halyard just like frayed.
Is that a brand new one?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Brand new.
Yeah, brand new.
Now this time, we hope to have solved all the problems, and it's time to see what happens next.
It will not fall in the water.
We don't know that yet.
If the sail works for us, it will be the difference maker on our ability to sail downwind for the next 2,800 miles.
Keep going, keep going.
As you can imagine, there was a lot of anxiety on getting this right.
Yeah, is it all the way up to the top? All right, that's a good sign. It hasn't fallen down yet, and we're doing.
I think it took a little bit to fall down last time.
And we're doing 6-7 knots with 10-11 knots of wind. I can't see more bargain for your sail dollar than that.
Avalon to the rescue.
As usual.
Very good.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go.
So we are 26 hours into our sail, but the kids and I are still kind of, but no one's throwing up, so that is good. We've got the spinnaker up, which makes all of us happy because every time we've tried to put it up since we got the boat, there's been an issue with it. And it's hopping its cranks. We're traveling at 5 knots, and our wind is at hovering between 9 and 11. So that's pretty lovely. We'll definitely take it down at night, probably within the next hour or so. It's a little bit smoother ride with it too. With the other two sails up, it was kind of a little bit jarring, so I'm not looking forward to that again because I think it might make us sick. But otherwise, we're all good.
It's very calm today.
It is very calm. I like this. I like that.
Our fruit is not bouncing all over each other.
You think we might have lost a couple onions out of the basket?
You think so?
We needed 32 onions for this trip. But when all else fails, they have onion powder, so onion salt or something like that.
Can you do this the rest of the ride?
The what?
If we had conditions like this the rest of the way to the Caribbean,
I'd be so happy. Will, can you make that happen? Please, please, please.
with just a spinnaker, that'd be amazing.
I think this
9
is
knots of
lovely
wind
right
and getting 6 knots of speed. You couldn't ask for anything
now. I
better.
envision this is kind of the whole trip's going to be. So it's our second night. I'm on the 4 to 7 a.m. night watch. Pretty uneventful according to Brad before I came on, but the last probably 15 minutes of his shift, we had the wind directly behind us, and she doesn't sail well, if at all, with the wind directly behind us. So we have a pole that will help us sail, but we're not going to put the pole up in the middle of the night. So the plan is we altered course quite a bit actually, so we could get the wind. The wind's coming off our starboard side, and then in the morning we'll put the pole up. Otherwise, pretty uneventful evening. We're going around 5 knots. Wind speed's about 17 knots, and it's not super cold, and I don't have seasickness, which is even better. And it's beautiful out here because there's tons and tons of stars. So we were heading directly south, then we deviated course, and now we're heading west, which is not ideal, but it's what we have to do now with the wind.
The times on watch are incredible on a long passage. You get time to think, catch up on a podcast, read, catch up on downloaded movies that you've not seen in ages, all while the gentle sounds of the waves push you along. But we have found the sunrise watches to be the absolute best. Watching a new day come to life with nothing but water around you and the occasional visiting dolphin to say hello is nothing short of pure heaven.
There. You can see it through the water.
Good morning, Margot. Oh, there they are. They're all around us. How's your watch?
Tiring.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing? Well, with me and the dolphins, we're just hanging out.
They're like right there behind you. They say, "Lolo, come play with me."
I can't.
Everywhere. Wow.
I'm tired.
Welcome to day 2.
Day 3.
Day 3. Day 3. What are you watching?
Home Alone.
Again?
The 4th one.
The 4th one?
I'm trying out all the ones that are supposedly really, really bad.
Are they as bad as they sound?
No.
So we started the day with an activity that will hopefully become our new normal. Get the spinnaker up.
And so today's arts and crafts portion of the day is being sponsored to you by Safety at Sea. We're inserting AIS responders into our life jackets. And Margot is first assistant.
Yay.
How you doing?
Good.
What else are you throwing on there?
Knives, PLBs, and a partridge in a pear.
These are things we should have done before we left.
Yeah, no kidding.
How many people do you know attach these to their life jackets?
Lots.
Lots?
Yeah. Most people that are going voyaging have an AIS beacon have a PLB of some sort, whether it's AIS or EPIRB. So I have an EPIRB one. because I don't trust people to come back and rescue me.
Do you think Falmouth Coast Guard will get here faster than whoever you're on board with?
It won't be Falmouth Coast Guard, but they'll alert that ship that's 50 miles away from us.
There you go. Oh, he's saying he doesn't trust you.
No, he doesn't trust you.
Oh, stop it.
You see, it's rarely a good idea to keep the spinnaker up at night. If things get rough, there's not enough time to wake the crew to help to get it down before damaging the sail. So we normally sail with our Genoa out and the mainsail. So today, day 3 of our Atlantic crossing is a huge day. We purchased a pole while we were in, where were we? In the Canaries, thank you Largo, to make it more efficient for us to do sailing when the wind is behind us, and we're putting it up for the first time right now. You're taking down the spinnaker right now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't let it go on the other end.
Don't let it go on.
Little slack.
So to keep our downwind capabilities going on after dark, we have to take down the spinnaker and go wing on wing, which essentially means having the mainsail go with the wind on the starboard side and then pulling out the Genoa on the port side. In our case, the key to making this work is keeping the wind angle between 130 and 170 degrees on the port tack.
All right, that's good. Let's knock it off.
I'm sitting here in the cockpit watching the whole process. They said that the pole is pretty heavy, and to be honest, it seems a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be to go up. Heavy, cumbersome, you know, but we don't have, it's not too wavy right now, so.
Very useless.
Oh no, this is going to be very useful. Better be after all the money we spent on it, right?
Okay.
So you guys, they just hooked in that piece, and that piece down there. Don't let it hit your head, Will.
Now we back. How far do you want it out?
Essentially, the pole acts as a second boom which is attached to the mast. This added piece of equipment allows us to extend out the head sail as far as possible on the side opposite of the mainsail. With this setup, we can take advantage of the wind directly behind us. Harder or easier than you thought, Will?
I'm sure we're going to practice a couple times the next 3 weeks.
I'm sure.
It's not that hard.
It's a lot of lines. Largo, what do you think? Harder than you thought it would be?
It's not that hard from a viewing standpoint.
Like from our viewing point back
Yeah,
here?
from the cockpit it doesn't seem that hard.
So we can reef it with that pole on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let the pole go forwards from back here. Release both of them.
Just have to ease that one.
All right, we're done up here, right? All right, Jessica.
And with a little bit of maneuvering, this is what our boat looks like from behind. Absolutely gorgeous. Good morning, day number 4 on SV Friendship. So I'm upright, I'm doing a watch, that's a good sign, right? How are we all feeling? Avalon, Largo, and I are still a little not great. No one's throwing up, there's no diarrhea, there's no shakes or whatever, all the other stuff that goes along with seasickness, but we are a bit sleepy. And I don't know, for me, I think it might be the patch that I have on back here. And I don't love it because I feel like I'm kind of outside of my body, watching my body doing whatever it's doing throughout the day, but not really doing anything 100%. But I've been told that's kind of, if you're upright and you're not throwing up and you don't feel too sick, then sleep when you can and make the best of it. So that's what I've been doing. I'm hoping that Will and Brad are fine. And I'm hoping that within the next day or two, Avalon, Largo, and I will be kind of up to whatever our 100% is as sailors. That could just mean 90%. But we're still here. We're doing our best. So at this point, Avalon asked me last night, she's like, do you wish you would have taken the airplane? And last night, although I wasn't as sick as last time, a part of me was like, yeah, 21 days is a long time with broken sleep and trying to cook in the galley when you're rocking all over the place. Like today's my cook day, so I'm like dreading going in there. I've been in there a little bit, but when it's your cook day, the way we have it worked out is every 5 days you're the cook, and then you have that night off from watches, which is a great setup. But we're supposed to be having pretty uncomfortable weather today, and I'm dreading going into the kitchen. I'll make it happen, right? I mean, if I'm not throwing up, I'll just have to muscle through it. But when Avalon asked me that question, I had just got the weather report for what it was going to be like on my cook day, and I was like, oh. So I've got my fingers crossed over here, like, it's going to be okay.
It's done? That's great. All right. Yeah, so what's going on right now is we had an issue last night with our reefing line for our furling mainsail, and right now if we wanted to extend the mainsail 100% out, we kind of can't. So either it's reefed into reef number 1 or it's all the way in. So we're trying to do our best now to see if we can go ahead and exchange out a reefing line. We're doing emergency surgery undersea. We'll see what happens.
And I'm here as, I don't know what I'm here as, official vlogger, official supervisor, even though they probably don't need me.
Well, we may need to get a Sharpie.
Oh, I'm gonna get a Sharpie. So I'm like, scalpel? So if you're a little confused as to what's going on, essentially our mainsail is in-mast furling, which means that the sail can conveniently roll into the mast like magic. But during the evening, we tried to put a reef in the mainsail.
These little grooves that goes inside is how the rope fluid inside the mainsail is going to get this rope will just like round and round and round and round and round.
Instead of bringing in the sail, we snapped the line. As a result, we no longer had extra line to secure the sail tightly in place. So this is what happened. This snapped. And I think I heard, I was inside the cabin, and I think I heard Will say, wow, it's rocky.
Well, now the mainsail's in, we lost the stability.
Oh, shit. Our job was to find a solution that would work sufficiently to keep us going, or at least get it fixed enough until we make it to the Caribbean. So while the guys are back here, can't really see with my glasses, trying to figure out what to do about the reefing line for our main, I'm actually going to come around here and check out, assess the fruit situation. Part of my provisioning to make sure that we're eating the stuff before it goes bad. Those look pretty good. We had to cook the broccoli last night a little earlier than planned because it was going bad quicker than we thought. As much as we would have loved to have this fixed while underway, we did not want to start dismantling the lower portion of the mast to get to the roller furling mechanism in order to swap out the line with one of the spare lines that we have on board. So instead, we had to use what we had and affix another line to the existing one and hope that the existing line did not break further.
I know what this is, Brad. This is a quiz for the yacht master. You're testing me.
Yeah.
Brad swore me to secrecy, Will.
So we've got almost full main, and we will be able to refit using this. It'll keep us going till we get to the other end.
Is that blue one strong enough? Yeah. It is?
How we fix it is another matter. We'll go down on that.
I think how we fix it is up for another vlog.
All problems can be solved by a little bit of sleep and a bit of daylight.
And some more rope.
And some more rope. And sometimes wine, but we don't have that now, so we'll
It's
go
funny
with
because half these ropes we bought, we were like, we should get some extra lines. And this is the extra lines that we got. And welcome to Jessica's day of cooking. Jessica, it's day 4, and you officially are on kitchen duty today.
So, when it's your day to cook, I got hair on my face.
Listen, before we can go anywhere,
Yeah,
I'd like to congratulate you on standing up and being in the hall.
I'm upright and I'm not puking. I don't feel so great, but I'm here and I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible. And what happens when it's your cook day, you have to cook and serve and clean up and do all that kind of stuff just to give everyone else a break, which I love the concept of that.
But if you're not feeling so great, you wake up in the morning, you go, oh, that means I gotta be in the galley the whole day. Ah. And since I have double vision, guys, I can barely see my spices because of the little patchy thing here. So I'm wondering, did I put cinnamon on the salmon? Did I grab the right thing? But I'm doing it, I'm here, so that is progress.
Are you gonna wear the patch the entire way, do you think?
And I'm scared to take it off. I don't think it's recommended to keep it on the whole way, but
You're
it's
gonna
making
start
me
seeing like fake figures.
start seeing two wills, and that's
There's
scary.
gonna be
thought.
orcas in the water. You'll be like, oh my god!
So, I don't know. I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm a little loopy from it. I feel a little bit loopy. I have a really bad dry mouth. You'll see me licking my lips a lot. And I'm very, very sleepy. But
we have really good food. Look at
and
this.
Will's been my assistant.
Yum.
He's been running over to the other hall or outside to get an onion, or I was outside to get the mango, because I need to just stay in this space. But when I'm done, I need to leave it. I can't go wandering around because then I'm like, whoa. Right, I think it's done. We got to take it out. Can you get me that plate?
Okay. So we've been dining really well here. I don't know whether this is supposed to be the way that you prepare for a passage, but our menu has been practically like gourmet the entire way.
You travel with me as your meal planner. I can make the menu. That doesn't mean I can go in the galley, but I can make the menu.
We're gonna wind up heavier than when we left.
I know. Everyone says they lose weight on crossings. I don't know if that's going to be our case.
No, but it is good though. Who wants to come with us on the way to
South Pacific?
There you go. We're taking applications now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We're going to need a couple crew, aren't we?
That'd be so nice.
We're going to need a couple. I think we're being kind of serious here, aren't we?
Just, yeah.
Give us a ring.
Give us a ring.
Okay.
And then we are also jumping into leftover zone. So this right here is all the leftovers we had for the last couple days. There's a tuna tartare there. There's some type of salad. There's chickpea stir fry that we had last night. Well, you know you're eating better on this passage than you do when we're not on passage.
Yeah. Well, clearly for the last 2 months we've been eating very poorly because we've been trying to get work done and not spending enough time on meals. So, all right, there you go. Come on.
Do you
in,
eat this
Brad.
while at home, Brad?
Of course. All right.
Don't want to say anything bad for your wife to hear? Absolutely not.
With that, we are 560 nautical miles into our Atlantic crossing, which is about 20% complete. We have come a long way, but we have a long way to go too. Join us in the next episode as we take you through a full day in the life of this incredible journey.
It's that time of day for trash disposal.
Well, that time every third day.
Yeah, you're right. How many bags of trash have we produced so far?
This will be number 3.
Be sure to hit the notification button to get access to the next episode as soon as it is released.
This is what it is. It is what it is. So what will end up happening is we'll go a certain amount of distance and then we'll tack back. So Will has hit a moment of desperation. He sees a boat, he thinks it's someone we know, he just reaches out to them on the VHF. Help, humans!
Don't want to say that.
Anything that Will and I have done, any place we've lived, any adventure we've tried, like for example living in an RV, moving to Costa Rica, these are all really challenging for us.